A vote to make masks optional is a vote to kill children, and it will be on you.
This week in Pennsylvania, a push to mandate masks in schools now coming from the Wolf administration. How state Republicans are responding. Plus, prison gerrymandering coming to an end. The impact this will have as leaders redraw our House and Senate maps. And the opioid disaster declaration was not renewed. What that means for people with substance abuse disorder. Hello and welcome to This Week in Pennsylvania. I'm Hannah Brandt, in for Dennis Owens. We're covering hot topics in PA policy and politics, as well as the issues that are important to you and your family. Up first, masking. The governor and state lawmakers are going back and forth over the issue of mask mandates in schools. Governor Wolf wants lawmakers to pass a bill requiring them, but he's facing pushback from Republicans, so why doesn't he just do it himself? Our leaders are trading letters on masking, but they aren't friendly political pen pals.
It seems in the near term it's probably a political power struggle.
Governor Wolf sent a letter Wednesday asking Republican lawmakers to pass a school mask mandate. Thursday, they wrote back saying, "We believe that the current approach, allowing local officials to manage and respond as needed, makes the most sense and should be continued." In short, no. The governor's spokeswoman shot back, "We agree that decisions are best left to local leaders, but we are increasingly concerned that Republican members are interfering with these decisions and threatening school boards either implicitly or explicitly." But the governor's team has mandated masks in the past, so why don't they just do it again? Partly because voters passed a Republican-backed amendment to curb his disaster emergency powers. So this is a way to show he's willing to work with lawmakers.
Having the legislature involved in these emergency operations requires negotiation between the two branches, just like legislation does, and that's a lot messier than the governor just being able to act.
Technically, he says the Wolf administration still could do it on its own using public health emergency powers. Or Wolf may just save his stamps and say he tried.
He could potentially say, well, the legislature didn't do anything, so I'm going to, or it does give the opportunity to blame shift if they don't and things don't go well in schools in the fall.
In their letter, Republican leaders also said the best strategy is to get more people vaccinated, and they urged the governor to make it clear in state COVID data who is vaccinated and who isn't when it comes to infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. They hope that would encourage more masking and vaccinations. Well, all employees working in Commonwealth agencies under the governor's jurisdiction are now required to wear their masks indoors, whether they're vaccinated or not. Visitors are also encouraged to mask up in state workplaces, but that is not required. Well, no widespread fraud, but there were hiccups in the 2020 election, and most everyone agrees some changes are needed. As our Dennis Owens reports, two senators from different backgrounds and different parties are working on that fix.
They are a political odd couple. Sharif Street, African-American from Philly, Dave Argel, rural white guy.
Every precinct in Schuylkill County voted for Donald Trump. I doubt any precincts in Sharif's district voted for Donald Trump.
But they are working together on election reforms both parties agree on, like pre-canvassing of mail-in ballots, moving deadlines, drop boxes with rules and security.
Pennsylvanians don't want us to stand in the corners and sort of fight with one another.
For now, they're avoiding the thorny issue of voter ID. Though Street's stance has softened.
The idea of confirming a voter's identity has never been offensive to me.
Argel can pass on that fight now, knowing a voter ID constitutional amendment is coming later.
I suspect if we're going to do voter ID, that's probably the way to go. Bypass the governor and send it directly to the voters of Pennsylvania.
Both agree that letting officials open and sort mail-in ballots ahead of time will avoid the lengthy delays and confusion of 2020.
And nationally, it made Pennsylvania look like we couldn't get our act together.
It's supposed to be election day, not election week, and people don't trust the system when people are still counting ballots Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday after the election.
The senators have teamed up before. The Philly guy gives out holiday turkeys. The country guy?
His family has a turkey farm.
My wife's family, very different.
We buy turkeys from him. He helps us get them at a good price.
So Democrats and Republicans can work together.
On that, we agree.
Argel says it is, quote, not humanly possible to get the bill passed in time for November's general election. He hopes to push it through in time for next year's primary. For This Week in Pennsylvania, I'm Dennis Owens.
Well, the state Senate did hold a hearing on the way the 2020 election was audited. Republicans expressed frustration with the Secretary of State's changing guidance and Supreme Court rulings just before the election. The chair, Senator Argyle, said he continues to get hundreds of calls from his constituents who are expressing doubts about the outcome. And he asked how they can win back the trust of those voters.
They apparently don't believe you, they don't believe us, they don't believe the governor, they don't believe the attorney general, they don't believe the media. What more can you and I and our Senate colleagues do?
I would just ask, honestly, that elected officials make that clear to voters. The election of 2020 is done, it's over, and there's confidence in the process.
Only 4 of the state's 67 counties did not participate in the post-election audit pilot program. Prison gerrymandering coming to an end in Pennsylvania. The Redistricting Commission narrowly voted to do that earlier this week, which means prisoners will now be counted in the districts where they used to live instead of in the districts where they're incarcerated. So when the commission draws the new maps, their home districts will get more political power, and the districts where the prisons are located will lose some of their political power. Some advocacy groups say they're excited about this change.
We want to be able to move forward and advance this idea of reallocation as best we can, considering the circumstances and considering the infrastructure that's in place.
Those new rules still count people as living in prison if they are serving a life sentence, or if they were previously homeless, or if the Department of Corrections doesn't have any record of their previous address. Pennsylvania's opioid disaster declaration ended Wednesday after the Republican-controlled legislature chose not to extend it. The governor renewed the declaration 15 times since he first signed it in 2018. Despite the end, state health officials say the weekly meeting of the Opioid Command Center will continue, and so will important programs like Narcan distribution.
All of our state-level agencies that meet at the Opioid Command Center once a week, we work together seamlessly now anyway, and we've done so since the beginning of 2018. So no, there's going to be no loss in communication and cooperation between those state agencies.
In a release, Governor Wolf said supporting people in need of substance use disorder services will remain a top priority for his administration. After months of negotiations, congressional Democrats took the next steps in passing the multi-trillion-dollar budget, but it's far from a done deal. The chamber passed a $3.5 trillion budget resolution and advanced a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill. This vote lets Democrats approve a spending package without Republican support. PA Republican Senator Pat Toomey said he's opposed to it because of its high price tag.
An actual infrastructure bill passed the Senate. I did not support the bill because I think it spent too much money. It spent money in areas that the federal government should not be spending money.
These infrastructure investments are not going to be investments over 1 or 2 years. I mean, most of them are designed literally to be over 5 years or 8 years.
The deal Democrats reached guarantees a vote in the House on the bipartisan trillion-dollar infrastructure package before September 27th. Well, it is the 1-year anniversary for community accessible testing and education. The COVID mobile response unit is critical when it comes to education, testing, and vaccinations. It's administered 8,300 COVID-19 vaccinations, 5,200 tests, and has reached more than 20,000 people across the Commonwealth. It focuses on PA's underserved communities.
I believe that upward of about 40 to 50% of the people that we have reached for vaccinations were people that most likely were not going to get a vaccine.
It'll continue rolling around the state through May of next year. Well, coming up next, Treasurer Stacey Garrity is here to talk unclaimed property, federal stimulus money, and more. Stay with us.